Hi everybody, I hope you're well and dandy out there in Beatles land, record collectors, members of the VC, anybody that's just come across this channel on the internet, and anybody that loves music or watching an old geezer talking about records and things like that. Everybody's welcome here. So, we're now in 2025. 2024 is now in the past, so let's look forward to the future. Peace and love to everybody and all that lot. You know, I do mean that when I say it. 2024 was a bit of an up and a down year in a lot of ways, but I'm going to show you 15 editions that I'm very, very happy to now have in my collection that I got in 2024. The first one is the box set of Rolling Stones Rock and Roll Circus. This is the vinyl or the LP box set. So it's a 3 LP box set. So you get everything that was featured in the film and uh, some like rehearsals and things like that. It's a fantastic album. It's actually a fantastic film. Um, Late in 2023, I saw the film on YouTube of this. I'd seen it a few times before, but years and years ago, and I thought that's really, really good. So then I got the DVD. Then I got the CD with a DVD in it or a Blu-ray, and then I thought, well, I might as well try and get the vinyl box set. Usually these go for a hell of a lot of money. Beatle Dave, being Beatle Dave, got this for a really, really nice price. If you ever see this out in the wild and you know, not going to pay stupid money, it is well worth getting. I mean, this is the only place where you'll get John Lennon with the Dirty Mac Band singing Yard Blues. The Who are also on here. They are fantastic on here. You know, the Rolling Stones are fantastic all the way through. Why this was shelved for the best part of 50 years, I will never ever know. And also, let's not forget, this was probably the last proper thing that Brian Jones was involved with the Rolling Stones. People say his guitar wasn't plugged in half the time, but if you actually look at it, it is, and it's on most of it, he's having the time of his life. He's like laughing and joking and things like that. It's a very, very underrated film, and this box set or the the soundtrack is very, very underrated. I would highly recommend it. Then in April of 2024, got to think what I'm saying there. I actually met one of my YouTube heroes, a fellow Beatle fanatic. He came to the UK and he texted me and he says, "Dave, I'm in the UK. Do you want to meet up?" So I says, "Yeah, of course I do." And it's Mr. Ellie from Mr. Ellie Records in Israel. So we met, and unfortunately it was a Sunday, so he came to Derby and everything was closed. Record shops were closed and everything. We did have a few drinks and things like that. We had dinner, and then we sat in a coffee shop and put the world to rights and talked about everything from the Beatles to the Sex Pistols to the Clash to Adam and the Ants, and everything what we what we'd done in jobs in the past and everything what we wanted to do with our channels in the future and things. So he gave me this, which is the Magical Mystery Tour. This is a very, very rare Israeli pressing, and it's not like pressing it's millions, it's thousands or maybe even hundreds. Why you wanted to gift me such a valuable thing, I don't know, but I'm very, very honoured. This is one of those things that I will never ever sell. It's not a gatefold; it's like a single sleeve. It's on the Parlophone label, but it has the American catalogue number, which is SMAL 2835. And I've even put on it from Mr. Ellie Records. I've played this a few times. It sounds absolutely amazing on my hi-fi system, which is behind me, because people say, well, what do you play records and your CDs and stuff. That is my basic everyday playing thing up here in the music room. I have got another setup downstairs. So you don't get the booklet or anything with it, but this is an absolutely fantastic sounding album. So I can't thank you enough, Mr. Ellie, for giving me this fantastic gift. Treasured forever, mate. Then we've got something that was actually released last year. I think it was released in 2024, anyway. Madness Sailor V. This is a double album. It's on clear vinyl. You have to listen to it from start to finish, and it's a bit like a concept album. It's madness back to being madness, if that makes sense. All you Madness fans will know what I'm on about. There's some fantastic songs on it. It's a grower. I must admit, it is a grower. The first time you listen to it, you'd think it's a little bit strange, but then by the third time you're listening to it, you'd like singing along and bopping away to it. Fantastic LP. Really is a fantastic LP. Very, very underrated. That's a track list in there. Then we've got another one. This is a reissue of Be Here Now. Have to look then. By Oasis. Again, this is a very, very overlooked LP in a lot of ways in the Oasis catalogue. On this, they do sound like they are trying to sound like the Beatles, if that makes sense, especially on All Around the World and tracks like that. But it is a fantastic album. Very, very pleased to have this back in my collection. I did have it in my collection years and years ago, and there's certain references in this cover, isn't there, to certain things. Yeah, fantastic album. Sound quality on this that is absolutely amazing, even on my humble setup in the music room. Then this is an album that people were surprised that I hadn't already got, which is The Velvet Underground. It's actually The Velvet Underground and Nico, but it's also known as the Banana album or the Banana cover. You can actually peel that off, apparently. Um, Very, very influential band in their time. A lot of people in the UK probably could take them or leave them, but people like David Bowie were very, very influenced by this band, and Lou Reed. My favourite song off this album is actually uh, Venus in Furs. Happy, happy, shiny, shiny, happy, happy, shiny, shiny. But you also got Tomorrow's Party, European Sun, the Black Angels Death Song. A very, very strange album in a lot of ways. But, like I say, very, very happy to have it in my collection. If I would have wanted to get an original version of this, you're talking quite a bit of money. I've played it quite a few times, and I love it. I do love it. Then we've got David Bowie, Rock and Roll Star. So this is alternative takes and demo versions and remixes from songs that were recorded during the sessions for the fall and rise, or the rise and fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. So you've got tracks like Hang On to Yourself, early Ziggy session take, Star, Lady Stardust, Shadow Man, The Supermen, Holy Holy, Round and Round, Velvet Goldmine, Looking for a Friend, It's Gonna Rain Again, Sweet Head, Starman, which is the Top of the Pops version, apparently. John I'm Only Dancing, alternative Trident Studios version. But the highlight for me on this is actually I Can't Explain, cover of the Who song. But it's not the same version that ended up on Pin-Ups. This is a far superior version, to be honest. So that is the track listing. Great album. If you love David Bowie, yeah, that is sort of like a must. I think that came out as a CD set as well. Then we've got Slade Alive. This is a reissue on red splattered vinyl. Now, some people say, yeah, it's not really live because it's live in the studio. I think it was recorded live and then there's overdubs done in the studio. Could be wrong, but I think that is what this is. The same as what Paul McCartney did with Wings Over America and things like that. And, you know, the same that lots of people have done over the years. You get the energy and everything from a live performance from this. That's what I'm going to say. And I have got another copy of this, which is really, really battered up and played out. So it was nice to get a new copy of it. Then there is Amvo Slade, which is technically Slade's first ever album. They're still called Amvo Slade. You can tell on this where Slade were going to end up, sort of thing, you know. All these records, or most of these records, have been featured in other videos. This is just like what I'm proud that I've got to add to my collection 2024. You know, you've got Martha My Dear on here. And you've got Born to Be Wild, which is also on the live album, although that is the studio version on that one. But the standout track for me on this is a track called Journey to the Centre of Your Mind, which is a very, very psychedelic record. And again, this is on splattered vinyl. Very, very nice splattered vinyl. And the sound quality on this is absolutely amazing. Even on my little setup that I've got in the music room. For original copy of that on Fontana, you're talking a small fortune. I think I paid £25 for it. So thanks to Nick's Vinyl Butty for showing me this one on one of your videos. So cheers, Nick. Then we've got another Beatles one here. Again, it's Magical Mystery Tour. But this is the German version. So it's on Apple. And it's a non-gatefold sleeve, like the Israeli one, but it's got a completely different cover and a completely different back cover. And this was a gift from Andrew the Postman. So thank you, Andrew, once again. And it is on. Whoops, stay there. Pink vinyl label. Now, when I received this, I actually thought it was a bootleg. But I've been informed by very, very knowledgeable people that this is actually a original pressing from 1978. So, you know, like in the UK in 1978, we had some coloured vinyl Beatles LPs for export, and this is the same, put in the same sort of like catalogue as that. Worth quite a bit of money actually. So next time I see it, Andrew, I owe you a pint or a cup of tea or a pot of tea or a breakfast or something. Again, the sound quality on this is absolutely fantastic. Again, something else. None of these will ever get sold. You know, my collection is for me, and that's it. Then we've got an album that I had many, many years ago. Story of the Clash, Volume 1. There's never ever Volume 2. 2 record set. It is basically the best of the Clash, the best singles, the best album tracks, things like that. Usually this goes for quite a bit of money. I think I got this off the internet and I didn't pay a lot for it. It's got the inner sleeves and everything with it. Not really a lot else to say about it. You know, I'm just really, really happy that I've got this LP back in my collection. You know, I do like my punk and my new wave and stuff like that, as well as the Beatles and the Rolling Stones and the Small Faces and things. So yeah, really, really happy that I found a copy of that at a very, very cheap price. Then this is one I'd never had before, which I think a lot of people were surprised when I showed this. It's the Concerts for the People of Kampuchea. Again, live album. What overdub's done, I don't know. So you've got the Clash, Elvis Costello, the Attractions, Ian John the Blockheads, Paul McCartney and Wings, the Pretenders, Queen, Rockestra, Rock Power Specials, and the Who. Side one is basically all the Who, and side four is basically all of Paul McCartney and Wings. Um, really, really nice sounding record, although it's on Atlantic, which seems a bit strange. It's a Beatles fan, anyway. So that is all the tracks on it. Paul McCartney and Wings. It is a gatefold. Well worth checking out. If you haven't got that, it is worth checking out. Really is. Then we've got "Let It Be Naked" by the Beatles, which was a despectorized mix of the "Let It Be" album. It came out a few years ago, didn't it? This has got the misprint on there as well. Excuse me. And it's got the "Fly on the Wall" 7-inch single. Um, this is essential to your collection. If you're a casual Beatles fan, probably not. If you're a die-hard Beatles fan like me, then yes, it is. You can hear how the Beatles really wanted to hear this album in a lot of ways, if that makes sense. It's very, very expensive. I mean, I paid over £100 for this, but they usually go for £150 plus. If I remember rightly, I got this when we went to Chesterfield record fair run by AA Record Fairs. And Adrian knocked me someone off because I bought quite a few records. So, although it was expensive, it wasn't as expensive as it could have been. Great album. You can get the CD for around £5 to £10, but the actual record is a collector's piece because it was a limited edition apparently, and this is virtually mint condition as well. Then we've got "Life with the Lions," John and Yoko. I found this on a trip to Liverpool earlier in 2024. £40 I paid for it. Some people say, well, what you paid that for it? Because this was the only one that hadn't got of an original UK pressing in the experimental albums. So that is why I've got that. Just bear with one sec. I will carry on. Then we'll do it. And then we've got Rolling Stones box set of singles, 1963 to 1965. Again, this is a recent purchase. I got this just before Christmas from my local record shop in Derby. Fantastic. Really, really pleased to have that in the collection. And then last but not least, we've got the Small Faces, the French EPs. These are 45 RPM singles. Comes in a little box. Never ever seen this before till I got it. Really, really happy to have that and that and all the other things I've shown you in the collection. This is not everything I've bought this year, but it just gives you an idea of the sort of things that are out there. So, peace, love, and happiness to everybody out there. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time. Remember, Beetle Dave loves you. You are the beat of Beetle Dave. Splendid time is guaranteed for all. If you've liked the video, leave me a thumbs up. If you've got any comments on anything that I've shown you, please leave me a comment. I've tried to answer as many comments as I can. If you're not subscribed, just think about subscribing. It's free. And let me just take this opportunity once again to wish you all a fantastic 2025. Happy New Year, everybody. So thank you very much. Peace and love. Peace and love. Cheerio, everybody. Bye bye.